Hello everybody, my name is Yasir and I will show you how you can download an LLM locally and you can run on your machine and you can communicate with it to do some cool stuff. And it might feel a bit overwhelming for some people who haven't tried it yet, but trust me, it's so easy to do it and you will find out soon. So let's dive into the code. So in order to achieve that, the first thing we have to do is to find a place from where we can download these models. So if we go to this website called huggingface.co, there are a bunch of models you can download, thousands of them, and I have chosen this model called diltipgpt 2. And the reason for to do that is basically because it's a lightweight model and you will not have a lot of problems running it locally. So once we know where to download these models, we will need to have a server running locally on our machine, which will communicate with these models to do the stuff which we want to do. For example, we could ask it to generate some text, which we are going to do in this video. So to run the server locally, we will be using something called FastAPI. And if you don't have that installed locally, you can run this command pip install FastAPI Unicorn, and this will basically install FastAPI locally and also Unicorn so that you can run it locally in a Node.js container. So I already have it installed, so I'm not going to do anything about it. So once you have that installed, you will need to also install a library called transformers, which will just be that you will do like this. So once you have this library installed, then you are good to go. So let's copy some code so that we can run our server. I have it right over here. So let's copy the code over here. So in this code, what we are doing is that we are just running the server, we are loading the model, and it takes a request on an endpoint called chat, which will ask the model to generate text for us. But before we run this server, we will need a model locally, which we were talking about before, so that this server can communicate with it. So in order to download that model and run it locally, we will use this piece of code, and don't have to worry, I will share that piece of code with you so that you can do it as well. So as you can see here is that we are using this model ID, which we would like to download. And also we have a simple method which will generate text, taking the prompt, which is the text which the user will give. For example, a question could be, what is the capital of Sweden? And it will then generate the response. But before we do that, we will need to have a token, because when you communicate with Hugging Face website, you will have to have an account and you need the token so that your server can communicate. Let's go to the, so if you navigate to this link, huggingface.co settings token, you will be able to create a token, which I was talking about, and put in that token in this script here. Because I already have a token, I'm just gonna put that into my script. There you go. So now I have the token already there. So I will run this command. So our script is called run model.py. So let's run that. It's gonna process that. I mean, in general, it takes a lot of time. I mean, a few minutes to do it, but because I have done this before locally, so it will not take that much time. So as you can see that it was able to load the model in the machine, in the cache. So there is like a Hugging Face folder in your machine after this, and then there will be the model will be saved. So now as we have the model done, model part done, we will now run our Python, the FastAPI server, which is going to talk to this. So let's run this command. So now what we have done is that we are running our API, FastAPI server, and now it has started. And now it is waiting for the user to make some request. For the purpose of this video, we can use curl, but if you are gonna be doing some project, so you can make like a nice UI where user will be able to enter some, some text which they want to do, and you will pass that text to the server. So let's copy that here. And when we do that, we are gonna receive some response. And then it says, what is the capital of Sweden? For a lot of years, we were so happy that we were able to do something, he says. So we get some response, even though this response is not perfect, and probably because this is not the best of the models you can use. But the purpose of this video is basically just to show you how you can run these models and communicate with them. Obviously, if you use a better model or a different type of model, you will probably get some better responses. But it is so easy to use these models, especially when you use these libraries from Python, so it is very, very easy to use. So I hope you like this video, and I will come back with you next time. Thank you. Bye bye.